Society tells us today to take our hearts and hide them under the bed so no one else can hurt them. We have a tendency to take them, and when we show them to someone else and someone tells us what our value is, all of a sudden we have to believe that from now on. We're asked an unfair question from when we were very, very little. We ask, what do you want to be when you grow up? When by the time we're at least 6 or 7, we're already told. Other kids will tell us that's an unreasonable expectation, or the dream's too high, or maybe it's silly or foolish to have that expectation of what we want to do, or maybe it's not what the other kids think is cool. As we grow and we get older, we realize that maybe those dreams weren't for us. Maybe that wasn't meant for me. Maybe I should try something else. And so now I go into this next stage of, well, now I want to be this. For instance, if I said when I was younger, I want to be a marine biologist, right? But next, I watched the movie Jaws for the first time. I'm like, nope, not about that. That's not happening. You know? And then later on, now I'm like, you know what? I want to be a counselor. But as you get older and you start to talk to people with real problems and real anxiety and people who go home with things you didn't even know existed, now you have to go home with that every night knowing what that person goes through. You have to take that home. You can't just leave that at work. You can't just leave that at the door. You have to take that home, and you have to realize this person's going through stuff while I get to sit at home in the comfort of my bed, talking to my kids, talking to my family, my friends. Maybe they're struggling with depression or anxiety, or maybe their family left them because they didn't think they were good enough. So now I have to deal with this problem of, now I wasn't good enough to help people. What am I supposed to do now? Bullying has been a big part of everyone's life, whether you've witnessed it, caused it, or experienced it. Many people have seen it happen and not done anything. Many people have seen it happen and actually done something about it. As we've seen, as technology has advanced, so has bullying in different ways. With the advancements and opportunities that comes with the advancements in technologies, so has the ways that bullying can happen. With the increase, this chart, for every 100,000 people, 14.5 people, that's the suicide rate. It's increased. That was in 2017. That's not showing 2020's numbers, which have gotten increasingly higher. To see that, as you notice, as technology has increased all the way from about 2008, it starts to get a steadily increase, and then it just skyrockets up. With that comes social media. That comes different things that are in technologies that we look at today. It comes with the new styles of clothing. It's such a big part of everyone's life that we don't look at. It's something that's part of our daily life, whether that's we go on social media and we see someone bullying them because of the political beliefs, or whether that's their religious beliefs. It's something that we feel like we almost have no control over, but we do. Something super important to remember is that's not always through acts of aggression. It's not always through acts of, when you're here to stand up for someone, that doesn't mean you have to get in their face or fight them because whether they're physically or verbally abusing someone. It's not always the way to go. So when I look at this is the homicide and suicide rates that are along with social media and cyberbullying. As it's increased, as the years have increased, it's kind of stayed at a steady pace, but as I said, as the years have gone on, it starts to increase again. To notice how much technology influences people's lives and how scary that can be, but we shouldn't be afraid of it. We should use that to our advantage, where we can help people, where we can encourage people to be who they are and who they want to be. Where if they want this dream, where they want to go do this thing, it may be silly and foolish to someone else, but that doesn't matter. They're not choosing to do that thing, it's their life. But with someone else, let's say I wanted to be an astronaut. Instead of, as a 8-year-old boy coming up and him saying, I want to be an astronaut one day, instead of telling him how hard it is to be able to get the education, to be able to physically be able to go through all of that, give him a book. Tell him all these cool stories about people you've known, how they have made their dreams come true because they didn't listen to the people, not in the mirror, not their family, maybe it was their family, maybe it was their friends, how they didn't listen to the outside. Something super important to remember is it just comes with kindness and self-love. That's where bullying ends. How are they meant to attack you if you love yourself so much? Coming with that, how to prevent bullying. Making a stand when bullying occurs doesn't mean you go over and you make this aggressive stand where you fight with them. Sometimes that means you tell someone who is in authority. Sometimes that means when you go up, you choose that they can pick on you because you already have enough self-love and you notice this person's going through stuff. Another one is asking questions. If we ask questions, we understand. Because if you think about it, when someone's bullying someone else, they're not bullying them because they're strong enough. They're bullying them because of how weak they are. You wouldn't be able to, why would you bully someone efficiently? Like, the ways that people bully, they're bullying people who will not and cannot stand up for themselves. They're not bullying the people who are stronger than them. They're not bullying the people who are happy with the way their lives have gone. They're bullying people who are broken. And with that, defending yourself against bullying. Understanding you are worth more than what the other person says. I want you guys to get to a place where you can look in the mirror and be happy with what you've done. Because that's important. Because I'm happy with what I see. I'm happy with the people that are around me. I'm happy with the class I have. I'm happy with my family, my friends. I'm proud of every single one of them. Being kind to people, no matter where they come from, no matter what their race is, what their religion is, what political beliefs they have, that doesn't matter. We're all human beings. That's what's important. We all go through different pain. Doesn't mean we can't lend a helping hand, right? Accepting people. And this is what I want you guys to go away with, is acceptance is bold, not blind. When I say that, I want you guys to understand that when you accept someone, that doesn't mean, whether that's the bully or someone being bullied, whatever they're going through, that doesn't mean you tell them it's okay that you're doing these horrible things. But you know that is going to ruin their lives one day, and you want to hate the thing that's going to ruin them. Because that person's relationship is more important than what they do, more important than what they believe in. My name's Robin. Thank you for listening.